Hi, it's Alex Howard here, and I'd like to welcome you to this video. In this video, really, it's your final invitation to be part of the Conscious Transformation Program, which is launching on Monday. So there's not a lot of time left till the program launches. And one of the questions that's been coming up, I just wanted to address in this video, is for patients at the clinic where their primary focus is their recovery from ME, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. What's the value of being part of the Conscious Transformation Program? And it's something that I haven't specifically referenced in the main video explaining what's covered in the program, because I didn't want to kind of labor the ME, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia side of it. I wanted to kind of focus on the benefits of the program beyond just working on your own healing and your own recovery path. But actually, it's also worth understanding that the program has an immense focus on one level towards facilitating and supporting your recovery. And there's a very simple reason for that. That very often, a lot of the people which we work with at the clinic, beyond the kind of specifics and the basics of getting into a healing state, working with their nutrition, dealing with some of the underlying predisposing factors, all those different things that may be going on, there's also often a fundamental shift that needs to happen in somebody's life to not only support recovery, but also to prevent relapse, to create sustainable long-term recovery. And that's basically transforming and dealing with the underlying behavioral patterns which have been a key influence in getting sick in the first place. Now, of course, I'm not saying in this video that people have got ill because it's their fault and they've done something wrong in their life. But I think very often many people realize that they'd approached their life in a certain way, which had included things like achiever patterns, anxiety patterns, helper patterns, those kinds of things, what we call energy depleting psychologies, which can actually have played a major role in causing people to get ill, but also in blocking and slowing down recovery. Now, something that is absolutely fascinating to me as someone who is obsessed by understanding human behavior and studying the different factors, the different kind of patterns that go on, is that we consistently see certain patterns of transformation that need to happen to support somebody's recovery process. But something that's even more fascinating is having seen that a certain number of people seem to get to a good point of recovery where they don't really have symptoms anymore, they can lead a basically kind of reasonably normal life, but they don't quite seem to get to where they really want to get to. And there seems to be another transformation which is different to what happened on their recovery path that needs to happen at that point to support not just making a recovery, but really getting back into living in the world. You see, one of the things that I'm very passionate about is beyond just kind of having health and well-being and that kind of thing, is actually really living our life to the full. And that means living our career to the full and being able to go full out to do the things that we're passionate about without the fear of relapse and that kind of thing. To also be able to totally show up in our relationship. And if we haven't got a relationship, show up in creating a relationship. To show up in our family life, if that's with brothers and sisters, with children if you have children, in our hobbies, in our friendships, but to really be able to fully be all of it is that who we are in all the areas of our life. And that kind of, I guess, showing up is often the result of deeper transformations that make that possible. And so part of what we're focusing on in conscious transformation, beyond learning some very powerful meditation tools, tools to work with your belief systems, to deal with self-judgment, the inner critic, you know, things like looking at your self-discipline, your personal power, all those kind of things that we're covering. But beyond that is really a bigger focus about really understanding in your life where you are, what needs to change and transform to take your life to the next level, for you to really live your true potential in the greatest possible way. And also to have a kind of map to be able to see more into the future what needs to be moving and changing to continue that process. So if what you're looking at the moment primarily in your life is your recovery from ME, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, I really believe that Conscious Transformation is an absolutely critically important program to support, accelerate, and play a major role in that process. And as I say, beyond just certain tools that you're going to learn, but to actually really understand the bigger picture of your life and how to really be able to be all of who you are in your life. Now, this is a program that, as I guess I've said in some of the other videos, that is very, very close to my own heart. As a result of, I guess, this is the culmination in the integration of the very best of really everything that I've learned to create and facilitate dramatic, lasting change. So if this is something which sounds like something you'd like to be part of, then please do either sign up for the program now, or at least watch the longer video which goes through in more detail what's included in the program. I would love you to be part of this. I'd love to have the opportunity to be able to be your coach in supporting you creating lasting change in your life. So hopefully I'll be able to work with you on the program, and so there's not a lot of time left. The program starts on Monday. So if you want to be part of this, please do sign up now.